I've been thinking a lot about decades out, just like, 43, 53, 60, just like, you know, my life in the far future and everything. And, all that I see is that I have so much power. I really do. Like, you know, I look back and, earlier on in my life, it's like I felt so powerless. And I know why, you know. I'm in a much different space of awareness now, and that space of awareness that I'm in is really allowing me to see things. It's allowing me to see things in a way that I never used to, right? But I'm looking out, decades and everything. These conversations that I'm having with the future of me, 43, 53, 63, right? This is absolutely crucial for me to be aware of this and to recognize the power of this. Um, you know, One of the most important things that I've started doing is just like being more mindful of my time and my energy and how I use it, how I spend it. That's really like that's what makes my life what it is. And not only that too, but like, you know, being aware of like how I spend my energy. Am I going to get upset because somebody cuts me off in traffic? What else could I use that energy for? So I'm really starting to look at these things and to understand the actual gravity that they hold because, you know, you could sit at a traffic light that's red and be angry that it's red and scream at it. Not going to do a whole lot for you because in, seconds to a minute to however long it takes, a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of time in time, like it's like what are you doing, right? So I'm really looking at my time and my energy, I guess you could say, expenditure. And just really, I'm trying to do an honest audit. An honest audit. It was almost challenging to say that. But really, I am. I'm looking at it all, and it's like, all right, Chris, like, what do you do on a daily basis? What do you spend your time on? Where are you putting your energy, right? And that's really what I'm looking at. That's what this is for me right now. My awareness is the time and energy that I, you know, expend. That I just and it's so funny too because like I look at how I used to spend my time and energy and stuff, and it's like it's funny. Pre codependency healing, I used to exert a fuck ton of energy into things that I didn't need to. Um, And now that I see that I'm not responsible for other people's emotions, wild, um, it's like, all right, well, now you get to take all of that time and energy back, right? So now I'm just like dealing with like, you know, just allowing myself to be and to create and to not judge myself, kind of like trying to look past perfection. Because just like everything else, perfection is bullshit. It's crazy that I was raised with these ideas. Like, perfection's not real. Meanwhile, it has totally shaped how I see myself in life and other people, right? But it's not real. It's just a construct, just like everything else. And that's also one of the most interesting, one of the coolest and fascinating, one of the coolest and most fascinating aspects of healing is the dissolving of all of these constructs. Really, that's it's like whoa, right? And fire truck going by. Um, that's how a person that's how I see more clearly, right? When these constructs dissolve, when these ideas, these beliefs, I understand where all the voices come from, right? And I kind of just like, oh, yeah, no thanks. Take that back, right? And then I get closer and closer to Chris. And that's the most important thing, is getting closer and closer to Chris. Because as I have grown up through different things, I've gotten farther and farther away from Chris. This is a returning home for Chris. This is a returning to authenticity. And then not only that, but also showing up at the table, gloves off, talking to my future self, talking to 43-year-old Chris, talking to 53-year-old Chris. Hey, what do you like about where I'm at right now? What do you need to change? Right? And, being gentle with myself, because this shit doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. It's not going to. Can't expect it to. I can look at myself in a mirror and scream at myself all I want to. It's not going to do anything productive. I've been there. I've done that. I know what it's like, and it doesn't work. So just being gentle with myself, seeing myself in the future. Hey, what do you want? What do you like? You want to be, more creative? You want to be more independent? Like, what do you want, right? And that's really where it's at. So I'm super excited about this. It only gets better from here. And knowing myself, having this level of self-awareness, it's wild.